It's like, I wasn't meaning the radio, I was meaning you.
But you didn't smack me, you smacked the radio.
It's like, because you're too far for me to smack.
Well, shit, alright then.
It's like, can we get on with this?
As long as you don't smack radios.
Okay, so I mean, you need some sort of backup plan, ideally. So you want to have something.
That's the thing. Like,
We could send Dustin.
the two snipers are
Didn't
gonna
sneak
wait
punch.
till a few sneaking people are in place to take them out in case we miss or fail to take them out in one shot.
Obviously, the one who's probably going to lead the way is going to be. It's gonna be Black Mantis.
Black
She's gonna
Mantis.
probably lead the way in terms of stealth. So she's gonna go into stealth.
Yeah, I think Doc is better to stay behind
Yeah,
because of the heavy armor.
of 2, which is not very high.
Ooh. Actually, never mind. Doc would probably be able to do that.
I'm also trying, like today, I'm trying an experiment.
Oh, great.
Mainly, well, for one, it's like a trust exercise. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys are set. So if you can stealth higher than a 2, you will not be higher than a 1. You will not be spotted.
Well, no, that's just gonna.
So the biggest problem you
This
have is
is-
crossing the river, because the river gets pretty deep. Like, okay, so how good's your swimming skill? Who's got swimming? I don't think any of you have swimming skill.
No,
We're not very aquatic.
So,
Not
like,
swimming,
Mantis
but,
looks at the water
no.
and it's like, I can't swim.
Manus, do you need me to levitate you over?
It's like, would be nice, yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Can kill a motherfucker, but can't swim.
Yeah,
Goddamn,
ironic,
I'm
isn't
disappointed.
it? I mean, what'd you expect? So, Aaron, you barely
Usually her
made
weakness
it.
was water.
But again, you
Yeah.
have to do swimming. You have to cross the river.
Where's
That's
gonna...
not-
Yeah, this is. I didn't do this on purpose, by the way. I forgot about the river.
Totally.
Sure.
Yeah. Jesus, 9 drain? God damn. Oh wait, no, 9 drain resistance. How do you have such drain resistance?
It's at 11, and the lower number I roll, the higher my drain
Oh,
resistance
got
usually
it.
is.
Okay, so yeah, you easily levitate her over, and she kind of gives you a nod, like from across the river. Aaron like just manhandles it. He just jumps straight into the river, just paddles across.
Paddle.
Yeah.
Fast,
What about
Jesus.
you have to roll Dust swim? Can Dust
I already
walk on
did.
water?
No.
Okay. Yeah, her swimming. Yeah, she's fine. The stream's not going that fast.
I don't
It's just
think
kinda
she
deep.
has that.
All right. So what about Dust stealth? What is her stealth at?
4.
A 4.
Right now.
Yeah. So she's so.
And
I mean,
she
you
has the
quietly
fact that she
train.
has-
You can get. Let's see. How close can you get before they spot you? Is the question.
It's like she also has Tracer's walk, so.
Yep. So hold on. Let me roll their perception again. So you can get, like, so long as you're within or outside of 10 feet, because there's some tree line. But if you get within a 10 meter radius around them, they'll spot you. Well, I'm counting it out. So yeah, you can get to like the wall right there, and you'll be fine.
They have those special go-go eyes, ones that are linked and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, good, I can make them blind. Legally blind.
Yeah, so that's a good. So everybody's like crowding the wall. Aaron, you have like kind of a line of sight for shots, but I guess you're crowding the wall too.
No, I'm gonna have to back it a bit, actually.
Yeah, so you want to climb the tree, get the height advantage.
Totally.
Yeah, so roll your body. Can you climb the? You've been athletic so far. Let's see if you can climb a tree. Climb the tree. Climb the tree.
Straight body, okay?
Yeah, body, just body.
What?
Would that be gymnastics?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, gymnastics, never mind, sorry. Wrong thing. I keep thinking body score, but it's like, no, it's gymnastics. It's an actual skill, so. Okay, so you're up the tree. I mean, so you're also in a tree position. And he's like commenting, it's like, why are you all so limber? What is it? Oh, well, maybe it's just I'm old.
Brute strength.
It's just youth.
Okay, so remember, you only have one opportunity to do this, so each shot has to count. You only get one attack each, and if you miss, and they don't both die, likely an alarm's going to trigger.
I'm gonna send my dudes across the river, just so they're on the other side.
Do they have stealth?
They do actually.
Okay. Roll it. You need greater than a 1 at the current range to... wow, that's pretty good, actually. How does a freaking drone sneak? Especially something that big.
It has a stealth auto.
And remember, you can get within 10 meters of them before they spot you.
Oh.
So these big ass assault drones are waiting in the forest. So Aaron, below the tree you have, if you want to make them climb, that's gymnastics. But I think they could climb. They can't climb. They don't have regular
they
arms.
stay down
They
here.
have guns for
They do
them.
actually. They actually do have arms. Yeah.
Okay. So how does he make one? That'd be piloting, I guess.
No, I'm not gonna make them climb.
Okay, so Aaron, right below your tree, there's 5 assault droids, just waiting for the opportunity to fire. But again, if you fire, it'll give you away because they don't have silenced weapons. It's
yeah, they're just here for when this goes terribly wrong.
yeah, and then the drone is you have the spy drone to get another angle. So what? You're doing that simultaneously to get
No, I'm just testing stuff. It's not a real test, but...
Okay, so it seems like everyone's in position. Roll your initiatives. And they don't get initiative yet because it's not their attack yet. This is a surprise.
Wouldn't that be voided either way because we were going to wait for the snipers?
What, the initiative? No, it's just seeing
Yeah.
which attack is going to who's faster in terms of the trigger finger. You didn't select your asset.
I know.
Just put
I
if
realized it
it's
after
a
I
higher number,
clicked.
we'll take the higher number. If not, then we'll go with 13. So we'll go with 13. Okay, who we met? We need...
A lot of people still.
Yeah, so we need Black Mantis. I wish there was a need. Wasn't there? Oh yeah, there's literally on each avatar there's an initiative button that you can press.
Damn.
So that makes this easier. Loader's an old man. He's kind of slow. So Black Mantis would likely she's gonna obviously hold her action until the snipers take their shots. So Doc, what's Doc gonna do?
Not really anything.
Okay, so Doc's gonna wait, and then Raven, you get the first shot. And you have to pick a target. So it's either the furthest, the one on the right, or the one on the left.
I have to pick a target or split my dice off.
Yeah, so it's it's up to you. Do you want to just go ham and maybe kill them both if you can? Because it's by surprise, you'll be just hitting their armor. But remember, their armor is rather tough.
I'm actually thinking of doing the double tap bullseye thing on the right one, the upper one.
So just
That's
basically
-1 to my
blasting through them.
Yeah, because he's dead.
I don't know. Let's find out. So
That
all
is
he's
a-
got is
like-
the soak.
24 minus armor.
Yeah. No, more even. Like
Wait,
32
24.
or
Why is
something.
it 24?
No,
Because
it's 3
I
shots.
shoot 3 bullets and it goes, each bullet goes times
No,
2
you
or
can only
3
have 3 times.
on the
With
AP.
the maximum modifier of times 3, so...
For where? Wait,
Yeah,
what?
24.
Oh, so it does 24. So it does 24
Yep.
armor penetration.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which will more or less penetrate. Like it'll go straight through his armor. So
Hot
That's-
damn.
that's 24. Hold on, let me get. That'll basically cave in his like body. Like, where were you shooting him though?
That's
So I mean, basically his helmet disintegrates. Like the bullets they cause his helmet and his head to just explode. So Loner's gonna take his shot, seeing that you took yours. Like he hears the subtle silent shots, and then that's his cue to fire his shots. Let's see if he can actually hit the target. His rifle, I don't think has a burst fire. Actually, it does have a burst fire,
oh yes.
so he can also do double tap. But remember, he's only got basic ammunition.
Oh no, I would have probably given him
No, he
a
can't.
DSO.
You can't do a double tap with basic ammunition.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's got to be APDS. So you gave him APDS.
Yeah,
How much? That's like minus what for APDS?
9.
minus
Well,
8, and then
No, not 8. So
Okay,
like
so-
extra 2.
no, it's minus 4.
Yeah,
APDS is
so-
minus 4.
So
So
7.
minus 7.
Open up your rifle. You have it in there. I hope.
Hmm?
I said,
Minus 21 total.
yeah. So
If you-
does it increase damage value or just armor penetration?
Nope. Just
Armor
armor.
pen.
Okay, so in total, yeah, minus 21. That is not. It's supposed to be a complex action. Sorry. Wrong actions. Okay, so he fires a 3-round burst with his silenced rifle, and then I don't think they're going. I don't think either of them are going to survive this. I mean,
How much is his magazine? Because I would have given him a full mag.
he's got 20 rounds in his mag, so 12.
That's,
Let's see how much. Apparently, that's not enough physical damage to actually kill him.
What?
So, like 15. So it absorbs 5 damage, but let's see, what is his
Oh.
health threshold?
Rip.
His health threshold is just high enough to not die. I mean, it's higher than 10.
Aaron, please finish him off.
Yeah, so I mean, this guy, hold on, I gotta double check his actual internal. So I mean, this one, it basically shoots him 3 times in the head, and it shatters his helmet completely. But it looks like his head is still intact, and he just goes
Dead.
down. And he's on the ground, and he's dazed. So, and then Aaron is the one who finishes the job because he's on the ground now, and there's nowhere for him
Yeah.
to go. So.
Yeah, that's also a double tap. So
And so, and they look around the corner, and Black Man is quickly ready. It's like, all right, they're down. Face, get up here. It's like you got to work your magic on the door.
Fine. He'll get out of the Matrix.
What were you doing in the Matrix?
You don't want to know.
Okay. Okay, so you're down to 3. He's down to 1 because he fired, and then Aaron's down to 1 because you fired.
We have an issue.
What?
My deck is worth more than my life,
Okay.
and my deck doesn't like water.
Okay. Well, hopefully, can you swim or levitate? I hope. Well, first of all, let's see if you could swim. Remember, this is an assessment. It's like, all right, so you look at the water, and it's like, you either can swim or you can. Like, can you do it in a way where, nope, you already look at it, it's like,
Nope.
no, I don't want to
Fuck.
risk all this electronics in water.
Faze, would you like me to levitate you over?
Yeah, Sam, that's gonna be you, I guess.
Don't crush me or drop me.
As much as I'm tempted to do so, I won't.
Wow,
Good.
vicious. When did he become such a... Is it because a woman wants your attention right after this? Is that why you're so angry?
No, you missed out what was going on in the chat. You missed what was
Alright,
going
cool.
on.
Thankfully, I didn't see any of it.
Don't hate. You love the ruffles.
Okay, so 6 drain. How do you? I still don't know how to increase drain resistance.
Huzzah! I'm over.
Drain resist, it's set so that if my logic goes up, so does my drain resist.
Oh,
but
it's logic. Okay, that's
yeah.
I forgot.
So my
this.
logic.
Because you have such a high logic right now.
Yeah.
My logic is undeniable. So phase. I mean, it pretty much the outer areas seem clear.
Seem, I don't like those odds.
So and like, the guy's name is Loner. It's like he doesn't seem very sure, but it's like he doubts that they have any other sensors. I think they were relying on their sentries outside. It's like this seems like a sealed bunker. Why would it be projecting a sensor field right about now and give itself away? So it's like, that the door hasn't locked down yet says that there's not. It's like, and so he's packing up and he's getting ready to swim across.
I'm gonna look on my deck. If
So,
there's
like, he's
anything
looking
around
back,
here.
it's like, are you staying? Like, he's looking at Sam. It's like, are you going to stay here or are you coming with us?
I'm gonna come over. Just waiting for everybody else to do so first, because I don't
It's
know
like,
who needs
we're
levitating or
crossing
not.
now. It's like he's looking up at Raven. Raven, are you going to cross the river now or?
I'm gonna come down first.
Yeah, so Raven's like, I mean, everyone else has already crossed, so I mean, are you waiting to be the? I'm not really comfortable with magic, but I mean, you seem all right.
I'm just making sure anybody else needs levitating or not. If you don't need
Okay,
levitating, then I'm just gonna levitate myself over.
Okay,
Can
I
you
don't know. It's
try
like,
to levitate me?
does he look like he can swim? The answer is yeah. So even Loner's like, he's an old man, but he's like, well, suit yourself, and he just jumps in the water.
All right. Raven, you want
So-
levitating?
Yeah, but that's gonna be a difficult one.
What's that?
'Cause she's
Oh
fat.
yeah, No,
Magic
there's,
resistance.
yeah. Magic resistance. She has magic resistance.
How much magic resistance? What am I
One.
looking at right now?
Rating
Yeah,
one.
magic
One.
resistance
Rating
of 1.
Okay, no, I can do that. I'll just bring my force up a little bit.
Because I have some pretty pricey equipment as well.
Huh,
No,
you can
should
then
make
still
it
make
over fine.
Okay, yeah, but he's super powered, so he just just lifts. And what about Sarah?
Yeah,
She has
Sarah
to-
as well.
Okay, levitate her as well. She doesn't have
Yeah.
magic resistance, and she just looks at you. It's like well, we'll see you on the other side, I guess.
Mages are so useful.
Well, I mean, it's magic, so.
As
But it
long
has
as
a
they are
cost.
on your side, they are.
So who else am I levitating over? Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And then yourself.
Now, you levitate her over, and as you do, you hear a sickening voice in your head. And it's like, so useful, so helpful.
Fluffy, is that you?
It's like, no.
Oh, so it's not the elemental that was messing with me or whatever. Okay.
It's like, if
that's
you
cool.
speak of the diminutive name again, I might not be so generous.
Apologies. What is your name then?
It's like, I am Karanath, of greater fire being, and you will give me the respect I deserve. It is my power you use.
Okay. So are you like a mentor spirit or something?
It's like, your
Or
party
I'm just-
needs you. Get moving.
Okay. Jeez. Okay.
so demanding.
Well, I mean, he was commanding when he first met him. I mean, he stabbed you through the heart, so...
Oh, what a nice welcome.
Yeah, that was his gift to him. It's like, we are bound together, and I have to stab you in the heart.
Hey, how you doing? A knife to the chest.
No, it was, you don't know what it was, though, what he stabbed you with, so... Let's keep
Did I
that in
just
mind.
go through Did I go through a spirit pact without me knowing? What the heck?
Probably. You don't know.
Shit.
You might have.
Second worst deal to make in this game ever.
Yep. So, hey, you wanted more power, and she said, are you sure about this? So... John Cena. Anyway. Alright, so, I mean, it's without incident. You guys can just walk right up to the facility without... And it's completely sealed. Like, the door is obviously maglocked. The guards are dead. The helmets have been shattered.
I loot their bodies.
How long has it been? Like, you... And, like, he's, like, quickly, Loner's, like, taking up a position against the wall. It's like, alright, so it's gonna be maybe a minute or so before they realize their guards aren't gonna check in. I mean, their check-ins are every hour, but, you know, you can never be too careful. Well, it's like,
Yeah,
we
we
have
just follow the call.
maybe an hour or so before they decide to check in with the outer guards. So, and then as soon as they try to do that, they'll send a patrol out here to make sure they're alive, which they're not. So, whatever you're gonna do... We need to do it
She can always
fast.
impersonate.
You're gonna try to impersonate.
Well, she can. I can't do shit.
Okay.
But I would
Alright,
need.
so
their
everybody's
comlinks
kind of
and shit.
lined up. There's no cover. This is like an open area.
I would have stayed. Oh.
Yeah, so you want to stay in like the tree or something where there's a little bit of cover, because out here, like in front of the facility, it's been clear cut. There's no sort of cover.
In the tree and dogs behind the tree.
Okay, so she's like sitting behind the tree in power armor. Okay, so FaZe, you got to work your magic on the door. So first of all, you got to get the panel off, which you did with almost no effort. It's like, like you look at it for a little bit and then you just rip it off. And it's like, out of all the expensive things they bought, the panel
Can't we
was not one of them.
first of all try to just do the codes Loner has?
It's already too late for that. He already ripped the panel off. So
Do the what? Who? Ha ha.
yeah. So FaZe had a. There was a plan, but you already went forward with the plan. So it's up to you now.
Well, I got the panel off. That's a
Yeah.
that's a good
He
thing.
was gonna punch in some codes, but it's like, well, I mean, you already ripped the panel off, so.
Well, I could connect them again if you want.
So just do hardware. If you want to do the code thing, remember, he's not sure if the codes will work.
Oh, that's not good.
So, and then
I
FaZe
think
is
this
more
would be
like,
the easy one.
okay, so what are you doing with that?
I'll just reverse the polarity of doors wide open and shit. No need for your codes.
Okay, so you reverse the polarity, and you see that the doors start to simply open. But you're hearing voices from the inside. It's like, what? Who authorized the doors to open? And you hear a commanding voice, kind of with an ethereal boom. It's like, it seems our uninvited guests have arrived.
Does anyone have like a grenade or something to get thrown in?
I shoot my 700 Grutas through the door.
So, what do I see?
Okay, the door hasn't, like, you don't see anything really. Like, it's completely black in there.
No, it isn't.
Not for
Not
her.
for you. I mean, like, for you, you see that, there's nothing. All you see is you hit the wall, and there's nobody in this area. It's like, stand back, men. I'll take care of this. And then you see, like, you see a sickeningly familiar person around the corner with his hands behind his back. Just, like, looking right at you, straight towards you.
Looks like a
Like,
gecko.
tempting you to take a shot.
Doesn't it
Better
look like a
question, who
gecko?
is it?
Like I said, it's somebody you recognize, somebody familiar.
I don't, apparently.
So it's like, and he's like, it's almost like he's reading your mind. It's like, so you don't recognize me. Pity, because I know you very well. You tried to kill me. And he's like walking forward as he's talking.
Here, I know who he is. Huzzah for me.
I mean, FaZe, you can kind of like, it's like, alright, so if someone's talking like this, it usually means they're a leader. So, and also, it's like, there's only one of 4 people it could be
Alright,
if
good.
it's a leader.
I keep my composure.
Okay, so obviously.
And since we've tried to kill
Well, I
him
mean, you
before,
don't
then clearly
feel
we know him.
fear, so I don't know why you'd lose your composure.
Anger.
Anger. So, I mean, so you're keeping rein in it. seeing that this is likely the person that took your arm.
Mhm.
So, and he stops
Motherfucker.
he sort of stops right there. It's like, I know your friends are on the left and the right on the outside of the door. It's like, and he just puts his arms wide. It's like, go ahead, shoot me. It'll end
Hey,
the same
fuck
way
you.
it did before.
Don't do it.
So like he's almost taunting you. He's like looking left and right, just waiting for like bullets and stuff to hit him. It's like, no, pity.
Is there something we should know about this guy?
He has magical barriers which can repel bullets.
Yeah. So
Can you dispel that, Sam?
It's just bullets because I have a sword on me.
I fucking love this guy.
Dude,
okay.
Dude,
So
go for it,
This guy
man.
is too good.
so Raven.
Oh, what?
I
He can
mean,
repel bullets? Fucking stab him.
Raven, you get like basically your phone goes live. It's like, and you hear a voice. You basically hear your commanding officer through your voice. It's like, all right, listen to me very carefully. Don't make very sudden movements. I need you to reach into your jacket pocket. There are 2 bullets in there that you need to shoot at this target. It's like, don't. It's like, be as subtle as possible. So it's like you need to do a stealth roll. Along with
with
so it's like, because remember, he's looking right at you. So
Can I try to distract him
And
while
he's-
he's doing his stealth roll?
With pleasure.
okay, so I mean,
That's
hold on.
fun.
Yes, this is a competitive roll. You have to roll against his perception.
Could I try to distract him so he has a negative modifier of his perception?
How are you going to distract him?
I am going to flirt with him.
Okay,
Trick.
sure.
Trick.
Hmm.
Even if he sees me doing that, I am pulling a thermal smoke at the same time.
Okay, so let me. So he is going to use his perception.
Is he in between the
So
doors?
I
or
mean,
just
you
behind
barely like he kind of sees the movement, but he pays it no mind.
It's like I move towards my thermal smoke, not my pocket.
Okay, so like he sees the like it's amusing to him to see that. Oh, it's like, oh, you have a plan then. Like he's not saying that aloud. It's like, he's got the look on his face. It's like, oh, you're trying to do something. Well, go ahead, do what you're going to do. It's not going to work, but
Oh,
he's got just waves of arrogance just coming off him.
I take out the current mag I have, put in the 2 bullets while I'm in the smoke, and then put it back.
Okay, so you did a feint. You just you did 2 things at once. So he was thinking you were pulling out something from like a grenade, and then you've already loaded 2 bullets.
Oh, but no, I popped the grenade. Like, I popped the smoke.
Okay, so now there's like that's a dead giveaway. There's now this pile of smoke just in the tree.
Well, he knew I was there
Yeah,
already.
so he knew he was there.
Is he in between the
And
doors?
so like
or behind
he's
it?
he's still looking in your direction, and it's like, smoke, a decent plan. So Mara, you said you were going to try to flirt with him to distract him.
No, I was joking. We're
Okay,
gonna do
you're
that.
not going to distract him. So, and he's like
At that point,
he's just still
I
opening
guess
his
we
arms
wait.
wide. It's like, go ahead. Just what's your next plan of action?
I have to wait for the thermal smoke to clear.
Since no one has balls, I'll throw a rock at him or something.
Okay, so
Oh, no, face.
okay, so you just kind of round the corner, do a let's see, that's I guess a strength. I don't know. What do you? I guess that's agility.
I put out my
Throw
sword.
on weapon.
It's like,
Yes,
so
okay.
he's just rounding the
Yeah,
corner
yeah.
and he's just throwing a rock. Are you actually throwing the rock? Or, okay, so he round the corner, he threw a rock, and then he
Very
just
lightly.
kind of like sidestepped slightly from the rock. And it's like, and he looks at you. He kind of looks at you with like this grim smile of like, Like he's not making action towards you, but he's this grim smile of amusement. It's like, really? It's like, I've heard they were going to throw everything, including the rocks and the trees, but I didn't think that was literal.
You said try something. I tried.
Okay, so.
Well, that was my spiel. Have a good day.
Okay, so I mean, he isn't even moving to try to kill you or anything. Like he just lets you go away, and it's like just casual amusement that you tried to throw a rock at him.
By that time, I probably would have dropped down to the ground.
Okay, so using that opportunity, you drop down to the ground and you aim your rifle and you fire. I take it.
Well, yeah.
So let's see, was he slightly distracted? Yes, by those antics, he is slightly distracted by that.
Oh, yes.
Oh crap! I have to re-roll that one
Okay, so
because I'm gonna do the double tap one.
yeah, you're gonna try to double tap him. I thought that was double tap.
No, it wasn't. I get a -4 modifier on that. If I do.
Okay, so let me roll something.
I just don't know how the bullets work.
It's like, sorry, because you re-rolled and because it's a 3 and he got a 4 for his dodge, even with the distraction.
What?
Oh wait, hold on. That's I forgot something. That's not on at the moment. Never mind. Let me read.
And he gets -2 on his dodge. So
yeah, so -2 in it, so he's got -4. So just barely do you clip him with Browns, but again, he's got the shield magic. So.
But I have the 2 rounds in there first.
Yeah. So.
The first 2 bullets are the not normal ones, and then the third one is an APDS.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, he tries to raise a barrier. Like he moves his hands in a motion, and you see a wall of force be projected up, which means he also receives 2 stun in the process from the act of putting up a shield. But then you see the bullets impact the shield, and they go right through it. Like the
Right.
shield like shatters.
Well, that's 3 rounds to his face.
And that's yeah, this is aiming right for his head. So obviously he couldn't dodge out of the way. Like he tries to dodge, but he doesn't quite make it, so he has to try and soak it. This is -24, right?
Yeah.
And 0
So his head's
success,
a melee.
critical failure. So I mean, his arrogance basically he paid for it. So
GG.
the bullets, they went right through his shield and basically impact his head, and his head just explodes and his body just falls to the ground.
That's 1 liter down, boys.
It's not like we could grab his head now. He has no fucking head. Shit.
I wouldn't
Sorry about
stand
that.
there because as soon as you see him go down, it's like Wick is down, assault team 1, go. And you see like
there we
there's like they start basically charging out with weapons raised.
And that I
Immediately back up the tree.
Yeah, so
back.
so and you see it's like a 5-man squad. Like that's the initial that's coming out. But they're kind of walking up cautiously because obviously they've been told that there's enemies like on the left and the right of the door, so they're staring right at the door looking for targets.
In the meantime, I'm aiming at the head.
Okay, so
Dude,
hold on, let's
dude.
roll their initiative. The Juggernauts are really fast apparently. They have engaged their they have
Can we,
their
like,
wired
reroll
reflexes on, so they have the enhanced initiative. Why is it 3d6? That's not right, is it? No, it is right because
It's 1 per rating.
because they have it's 1 per rating. That actually should be 4d6 because they have the natural 1 and then they get a +3 because of how much. I shouldn't actually be pressing this.
One
Hold on, I can press the initiative button from there. Can you guys actually see their initiative?
Yep,
No.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom.
at the bottom.
Let me hit descending.
Oh, yeah, I
Oops,
see it
that's
now.
not the cry. Wait, that is descending. What the? So the Juggernauts get to move first because they're not fast enough.
Should everyone reroll Because
Not really, because this is all happening within the. You still have You still have your initiative, I think. Like you can still go at the end of everything, but you still go.
Yeah.
then, but that's from like last one.
Okay, well, if you want to,
No, just
yes, you can
keep
reroll
it,
your
keep
initiative,
it,
and
keep
we
it,
can see.
Keep it. We want to have the Juggernaut go first.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I
but,
mean you can reroll your initiative.
Because
like,
I have
if you-
one. That's the problem.
Yeah, so. But the people who did go, so that's Raven, Aaron, and Loner. I don't think Loner's like he's just gonna watch the battle robots. He kind of like sits against the wall because it's like he starts hacking up his guts because he gets a coughing fit at that moment.
Right.
So you're still a little bit faster, but okay. So what are the Juggernauts going to do?
They are gonna go and shoot these guys.
Okay, so I mean you can only have like maybe 2 people at a time in the doorway.
They're gonna go there minus me. Only.
Okay, so you're gonna stand like a formation of robots, and you're just gonna fill the entry. Aaron, do you really want to stand there with this entryway that's about to be filled with lead?
Hey, I'm not in the way.
Yeah. I think they're vaporized.
Okay, so what are they attacking with?
This is the Ares Thunderstruck. These are the Gauss
Okay, so
rifles.
these guys, remember, they're packed slightly tight in this hallway, so you have the drop on them. They can like go flat, but that's not a lot of maneuvering room.
Hey, they are allowed to dodge.
Yeah, so they are allowed to dodge. So
That is, I guess, one each. I guess.
hold on, let's see. I have to read it. So
Mara, you're fine like a one each, right? So you're focusing on
Yeah.
one.
so the first 2, it looks like they hit flat, and they're not going to be hit. Like the first 2, they immediately they see the guns and they immediately go prone as soon as they start firing.
Sweet.
So, but then there's the ones in the back. So, okay, wait, what? Like,
You gotta go prone. We get they get a negative to avoiding stuff.
yeah, but
Great.
they did a dodge into prone. So,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
okay, so why'd you say wait?
I think great.
Okay, great. All right, different word I heard. 2 in the back, same thing. The one behind him, not so lucky. He's the one that's going to take like the full brunt of everything that's being fired. So like the first 4, like you immediately hear the front say, "Gunfire, get down!" And everybody gets down except for the guy in the back who was going for it, but he doesn't make it. So he has to soak up a crap. What's the armor penetration on that?
-8 each.
-8? Jesus. So, how much damage does it do?
Quite a lot.
Without success, it's 15.
That's like 20 or so, like 20 and up. So I think the highest is maybe 21.
Yeah.
20. He
Yeah.
can resist up to 12 per shot. So that's lethal damage. So like he turns into a blood puddle. Like, you know, the 5 gauze shots hit him and then he evaporates. Now, problem is, obviously the alarms are going to start going off because now it's like intruder. It's like intruder on the top floor. All forces head to entrance 1B. This is not a drill.
Mm-hmm.
Good, you get to shoot them on the floor.
Okay, so yeah, they're prone. So of course, you know, Mantis is the one who's got the next op, so she has to.
Well,
Like, what is she? She's just kind of. She's the same as Loner. It's just Okay, you guys, you have fun with your toys. I'm not going to get in the firing line of those things. So the soldiers from prone, they're going to use half their movement to. They have to use half their movement
No,
to get up.
simple action.
A
Just
simple action. All right.
Just stand up, lying down or prone may stand up.
Okay, so simple action, and so they still have their rifles in their hands, and they're going to fire. Like they stand like they after the danger has passed over them, they stand up and they return fire. So the one in the front, he doesn't mess around. He engages a flamethrower. So
Nice.
Oh no.
It's like worse napalm.
yeah, so they use a special substance called black napalm, which is not something you want to get hit with. It's hot enough to melt metal. So it's got a, let's see. You have to, well, I mean, the robots are the one in front. He's aiming for the nearest cluster of robots, so like these three. So how this plays out is like he stands up, you see a pilot light in front of his rifle, and you see a jet of bluish flames just shooting at the hallway. It's a substance. It's not a spell.
I know. I'm being pretentious.
Yeah, but you could learn of said substance and integrate it into your spells. Now, that would be alchemy, actually. So
Yeah,
you know.
I have no
Alchemy
alchemy.
kind of sucks.
Okay, so this is you have to make your robots dodge because obviously there's a huge jet of black flames now shooting out. Okay, so avoidance doesn't make it. You have to beat a 5.
And which you didn't.
So second one, none of them make it. They're not dodging robots. So this has to do a soak of -8. -8 for armor because this is armor penetrating flames. So the damage total is 15. So I don't think your robots are going to survive.
Yeah, going to survive.
15 minus 7, that's how much health? They don't have a lot of health. Like you get just 6 and they'll become toast.
Yep.
So let's see.
None of them made it.
Yeah, all 3 of them basically light on fire. And they just slowly start to melt. And then the one on the this one, the one on the bottom. The one on the top is simply going to get his rifle and fire it at the nearest one. So you can only do a simple shot. You can't do, so you have to beat he's aiming for this one. You have to beat a 7 on a dodging and soaking. How expensive were these, by the way? So didn't dodge
Animated
it.
paper.
So you stop. The armor penetration was -4 because he's firing a specialized rifle. It's an Ares pattern, but it's not like one you've seen before. So obviously they're not comfortable with just staying with the standard issue Ares pattern. They're customizing their own weapons. I don't know. You could do armor and try and figure out what the shot that he just fired was.
I can't really see it from where I am.
Yeah, I mean it's hitting your robot, so I mean you could kind of, and from the sound and everything, you could kind of figure out what it was.
I don't think that's reasonable. Just from seeing how it hit something.
Say what?
I don't think you could figure that out from just watching how it hit something.
I mean you've heard, they're armed with Ares patterns, but all right, whatever. So 12. I think the robot might actually survive. Let's see. No, it won't. It's going to die. Because it'll take he's dishing like 18 damage and the most you could absorb is 12. It's still with like 6 health, it wouldn't survive.
It's a robot, right? I'll fix it.
Yeah, so your battle robot, like he just punched a shot through its head, just with casually. Okay, so I mean, so that's all they can do. Like the other ones, they kind of like they're waiting on, like they're slowly moving up in formation. Okay, Mara, you're up. So seeing your four robots just basically, then like the area is slightly on fire as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a man with the flame. Like it doesn't look like they're gonna go out. It says obviously they might have an advantage. They just stay in the hallway. They have a flamethrower, and they just sweep the area with black napalm if something tries to get in.
I'm gonna move back here and huck a grenade in.
Okay, so grenade huck. Huck the splodies. What was the deviation again? Was there?
I think I only need to hit 4.
Okay, so I mean, so it goes right on. Where's it landing?
Right in the middle.
Of them?
Sure.
Okay, so I mean, obviously they were expecting shit to
Yeah.
happen, so they're on.
Like,
they're really on guard, and they can back up and out of the hallway. So let's see what.
Aren't they on the ground?
No, they
No, they're
unprone.
better.
They use half their movement to unprone.
Oh, okay.
Their action.
Yeah, they have. They used a simple action to unprone. Fine.
This is not D&D.
Yeah, sorry. old habits die hard. Okay, so let me see what they do.
Dodge.
The one of them in the back is able to dodge. The rest they can't. There's no maneuvering room. They can't move. So this one goes further back into the hallway, like 2 meters, and gets behind cover. But the other ones, like they were turning, and then the grenade lands on them. So now we have to do their damage potential. What's the penetration on this grenade? -2.
Yep.
Okay, so and the damage is 20.
Well,
Just enough to do physical damage, and I think it'll kill some of them. Let's see, that does the one in front. He receives 7, not enough to kill him. I forgot how much, because it's not calibrated correctly. Okay, so they have 13 total health. So he takes 7 explosive damage. The one front, like it's -2 per meter, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, that's 20. Like the front 2
80.
are very badly wounded. The one in the back is kind of wounded. So like they're caught in the blast, and 2 of them are like thrown against the walls, and the one in the front is like his armor's starting to get breached. And you can hear like you can both hear the explosion and the audible clatter of their armor slamming against walls. Okay, so what's Doc gonna do? Okay. What can
Can't
Doc
really do much. Not much.
So
Does
she's
she
just kind of
have a
chilling.
weapon?
She has a weapon, but actually, fuck it. She might as well shoot it.
Can she
She
actually
can.
hit them from here? Or?
Uh,
Probably.
how far is it?
I mean, they're severely wounded, so I would advise doing that, because they have like a -4 wound penalty.
It's 25.
25.
That should
we-
just be able to.
Yep.
Oh, that's
So,
wrong. Getting
You can hit. That's hitting the guy with the flamethrower. So
She can do this.
so yeah, exotic technology. That's not good. Let's see. That's 12. I wish there was a faster way to open these sheets from the tokens. Maybe there is. Okay, so he's dazed, so he said this is a follow-up bullet. That's a -1 and 20 armor. This is going to be purely stun damage.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot one thing. So I forgot the -4 penalty. So it'll be stun damage, and he will take 5 damage, like to stun. Okay, so well, I mean, it kind of like the bullet like hits him and it kind of throws him a little bit, but he's still trying to just get on his feet.
Well, that's
Okay,
the only thing she
Phase,
can really do.
you threw the rock and everything just went haywire. So
Shit like this always happens. What
and remember,
can I
you only
do?
have one more of those special bullets, by the way. Oh wait, no, you fired them all. Never mind, you fired all of them. Yeah, so are you gonna do anything, or are you just gonna wait? Like you see that, like there's like a couple people, like there's Catherine's kind of just lighting a cigarette. Loner's like trying not to hack up his guts. You see like his mouth is dripping some sort of black substance, and he's trying to just hack most of it out. It's kind of loud. It's like just
Meat
during the
Space is too
gunfire.
diseased. It's too diseased in meat space.
Yeah, so and then you're jacking into the Matrix.
Yep.
So this area seems like a dead zone. Like the network is completely shut off from anything. There's almost no Matrix out here. Really, the only presence you see is like you. And the only other presence you could see is like Matrix access from other places like nearby. The nearest place is the nearby city, but besides that, it's like this place has almost no Matrix connection. Likely you'll have to hardjack into something in order to get inside their network.
Like the panel you're standing next to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the panel.
Shit.
But again, she advised against jacking into their network because you might die. So
Yeah, everyone's gonna die anyway, right?
okay, so you're going to walk up and jack yourself into the panel.
Yeah, but I'll keep it into cold sim, not hot sim.
Okay. Are you gonna walk up or?
Yeah.
So you go in, and it's not pleasant what you see. Like immediately you see that you are this is a hostile place. Like you're in here, you're in the network, and you see that there's a woman which you pretty much you saw her die, and she's in there. And it's like, well. So you've decided to come and play.
She'd have to spot me first. I'm running silent.
Okay, so yeah, so like she sensed an intrusion, but let's see if she can actually see you. That's Matrix perception.
And then she'd have to beat this.
Yeah, so she'd have to beat 16.
So she's in a
no,
shitty
she's not
state.
going to beat that. So she's looking around. It's like, I know you're in here. I sensed your entrance into this world.
I'm not coming out. She's got to look for me.
It's like, and she kind of decides. It's like, fine, have it your way. Then you see that like more than one of her is now coming out of the woodworks. Like you see that there's at least 4 more of her that are like, and they're all kind of like joining hands and basically combining processing power together.
Oh, that ought to be good.
So now the problem is like she keeps like she keeps splitting into more personalities, and more people just start congregating onto the network. It's like, you do know you can't beat us with brute force, right?
I'm not.
Like,
I'm not brute forcing anybody. Jeez.
yeah. So obviously, I mean, like she's talking to you, but you're not talking back. You're trying to hide from her.
Yep.
So she keeps multiplying her force, like further and further, and you get the feeling that over time, I mean, there'll be enough processing power behind her that there's no way you could hide anymore. She will eventually
She'd
find
still
you.
have to look.
Yeah, so- I mean, she's looking, but okay. But do you plan to do anything before she actually finds you?
Yes, of course.
So what do you plan to do?
All right. Summon her network. Joy.
Yes, I mean, like she's basically using multiple copies of herself, which you can probably guess are agent programs, to multiply her power and try and find you. So what can you do?
That is a very good question. I guess I'll just mark her for now.
And that I have to think of defense-wise. That is what? Well, if I remember, that's logic, right? Well, yep, that's logic.
There's also a roll for it. There's a matrix roll, which is a defense.
Yeah, defense roll, but it's a logical defense roll.
Yeah, it's a defense or logic. Yeah.
So that's her power multiplied by how many. Hold on, I just have to roll a basic defense and then multiply it by how many people there are. So she gets a 3, and how many are present? It's like 10 of her, so that's like a 30. So I mean,
Well, they'd have to individually roll it like I did from my programs
how so? Oh yeah.
because they're agents in themselves.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 2. I'm just gonna do the D&D style, which is I'm gonna roll 2, get an average, and then that's the average across all of them. So 7 plus 5, that's 12, and then divide by 2, that's 6. So her agents, like, she rolls a 3, but her agents are much more adept at defending against hostile attacks, so they easily deflect your attack.
But I have 16 plus 5.
No, it's 16 plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's 6 each. There's 3, and then how many of them are? That's 6, 12, 18, 24. It's already like 32. That's way above what you have.
Oh, each one gets
Each
6?
one. I said I was going to roll 2, and then I was just going to get an average.
They'd have to do it individually like me, or else each one of mine would be getting 6 and 5 and shit like that.
It's going to take forever.
They
Now I
just do it
see
like
why
me.
this isn't allowed. Because this is a time
Well, there's
sink.
10 of them. It's 10d6. And they're level.
Why is it 10d6? Each of them has an individual firewall and attribute. They're considered. They're not like your agents. They're considered advanced agents. Again, this is a facility of experimental technology.
Yeah, but they still gotta roll like agents.
If you're trying
I
to
did
find a
mine
way
within
to
the rules.
win, this is not the best way to do it. But all right,
I did mine in between the rules. So.
Yeah. It's like I'm trying to go for expediency, but you're making this. You're dragging it on to hoping that you'll win.
Which is a possibility.
Yeah, which is not a possibility because their average is like 5 or 7.
Jesus, I have an 8 fireball. Oh yeah, they have an 8
Okay, let's
fireball.
see. Yeah. So she rolled a 3. Let's see, 7, 5. That's 10. That's already like 21. Actually, no, that's 24. That already beat your score.
What's their agent level?
Their agent level is like
6?
no, they're experimental, so that means they're 7.
Interesting.
So these are advanced level programs. That's why why do you think Black Manus kind of advised you against entering their network?
I was just taking a peek.
Okay, so your attempt failed.
Oh, great.
And she also detected the attempt. So she can't backtrace it, but she knows that you're trying, there's a hostile entity in the network, and now she's just trying to find it. Her force is going to keep multiplying, though, so you don't know how many agents she has at her disposal.
Oh, that's fine. I'll deal with it when that time comes.
Okay, so why is the venture on the roll?
Because the venture's gonna do some stuff.
Okay, what's it gonna do?
So I have a question. If I make a movement action, can I do part of the movement and then do the other simple action? And then
How far
do the
can it
rest of the
move?
movement? It can move like 300 meters a turn.
Okay, so yeah, you can do that. It's one simple action, and then the other simple action is going to be an actual action.
Right, but I'm asking, can I split up that movement between...
You'd have to half the movement.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's yeah, you can do that.
Alright, so the venture's gonna go like right there.
Okay, in the doorway.
Not like in it, right there.
Not in the doorway, like floating above the doorway.